Alright guys and gals, let's talk about the anatomy of a golf shot. It's important that when you go to the course, when you're got that Saturday tee time, you understand what you're trying to do. You need to have a basic understanding of what a good golf shot is and how you're going to hope to get there. Alright, understand, that's a big deal. Okay? So the anatomy of a golf shot, there's basically two different styles. There's your club is on the ground, or your ball is on the ground, and then your ball is on a tee. That's the separator between how we're going to hit a golf shot when you really boil it down. So when our ball is on the ground, we're basically trying to do two things. We're trying to create centered contact, middle of the club face, and create a bottom of the swing that's in front of the golf ball. So we should be hitting the ball here and then scraping the turf or digging into the turf slightly in front of that golf ball. Now I want to show you what it looks like from the side view, because there's one more piece to this that you need to understand. Because our golf club is built on angle, our swing works on a rounded swing plane. So you can think of it like this big circle behind me that comes back to the inside of the golf ball and returns to the inside of the golf ball. Alright, so when we're hitting our golf ball, we want this club to come back from the inside of that golf ball on a path where our sweet spot's going to meet it in the middle, and then that club's going to circle back around ourselves. So in a perfect world, and this is what you should be trying to do, get that club to approach the ball from the inside of the golf ball. Alright, now the driver. Things change with the driver. You may have heard that your golf swing should be the same or feel the same, and that might be true. It might feel the same to you, but the dynamics are that when you're hitting off a tee, that club should be working on a more upward angle. And we just talked about the irons. Your irons work on a downward angle. So fundamentally, it's 180 degrees difference. It's an up hit versus a down hit. And in the comments, you can talk a little bit about, there are some good players who hit a little bit down on the golf ball, but number one, they have a whole lot of swing speed. So if that's you, you could be slightly different. For the majority of the golfing public, we need to hit up on that golf ball to create the most distance, the most efficient launch, and that's what most of the really good players are doing. Okay, so what that should look like from the front view is it should look like, number one, when we set up, our center is a little further back, and that's going to promote a more upward swing on the golf ball. But we're still trying to do the same thing as far as hit the middle of the club face. We're trying to hit it smack in the middle. And the arc is still similar. We're approaching the golf ball from the inside, we're exiting back to the inside. Later down the road, I'm going to talk about some of the finer details of that, but for our basic purpose, it's the same. Now I want to show you something really that also makes it different. Alright? On a driver, our sweet spot, if we're looking at the face of the driver, our sweet spot is in that top third. And if you're to miss hit a driver, miss hit it slightly on the toe, you're going to experience a lot less distance loss. Don't hit it off the heel. That's a great way to fade the ball and lose a lot of distance. Alright? Now when we have an iron, that sweet spot is lower. It's a couple grooves up right in the middle. And again, if you're to miss hit it, maybe towards the toe, you could be towards the heel. It's not really going to affect the performance of the shot as much as it would with a driver. But the problem is, if you're in the heel, you're sneaking in on this little fella, which is a problem for, well, we've all seen it. I won't mention it today, but hit it right here, a couple grooves up. That's sweet. So let's recap that. A driver is an upward hit in the middle. an iron downward hit. And you don't have to take a divot, you can, but our divot should start at the golf ball and be in front of it, or if you're sweeping the grass in front of that ball. All right, and the whole key to all of this is to remember one thing. It's that you need to hustle every day in the name of better golf. Don't go searching tip to tip to tip. Have a plan, put in work, and understand your path, and have really good information and good intentions. And then you will get there over time. But it takes just that. Time, effort, hustle, quality plan, set your goals, go crush them. I'm looking forward to having a great year and helping all of us crush our golfing goals.